Welcome back to Daily with Nate. My name is Nate Ridgway, your personal performance coach. We're in the middle of our series on the alphabet of success, and today is letter K. I've chosen the word kindness. Several years ago, I was down in Orlando, Florida with a good friend of mine named Rob. And Rob, he's kind of a sage. He's a wise guy. He seems to have always like a word fitly spoken. And we were walking along the corridor at the huge event center. If you've ever been to Orlando, there's this massive event center downtown. And we were walking through one of the breezeways on our way into the hotel. And we were talking about sort of the state of the world at that time and kind of how things were and some of the ugliness that was going on, especially in the world of politics. And I'll never forget, he looked at me with not a stern face, but a very directed kind of a gaze. And he cocked his head and his eyebrow. He said, "Let me tell you something, Ridgway. Anything that you ever have to say to anyone can always be said with kindness. Even if you need to correct somebody, even if you need to call somebody on the carpet, anything you ever have to say can be said with kindness." Man, that really set into me. And I made a decision inside that day. I want to be a man who, no matter what it is that I have to say or what word or tough word that I need to deliver to someone, that I do it with kindness. And you know what that does? It always makes me pause, check my heart, check my head, check my communication. And I can still communicate what I need to communicate, but I make sure to do it with a heart and a mind that cares about that person. I don't just care about the message that I have to deliver. And it really changed some things for me. So first of all, shout out to my friend Rob. Thank you, man. I appreciate you and love you so much. But to all of you out there, we live in turbulent times. We live in times right now where some of the same people that are like demanding kindness are not being kind to people that are unlike them. I don't think that that's a healthy place to be. And if you're one of my followers, there's probably a reason for that. You've filtered in here because you're a certain type of person with a certain heart set and a certain mindset. And I know that you're the kind of person who would want to be kind, but this is just a checkup for all of us to remember that when we're out there on social media, even when we're out there in the real world, that everything that we say can and should be said with kindness. And I believe that the kindness will come out when we get our hearts right, we get our heads right. So I hope that that really does bring some value into your life, give you something to think about. Maybe you can negotiate in your internal narrative, that conversation that goes on in the inside of your person, and remind yourself, hey, I want to be a woman or I want to be a man who acts and speaks kindly towards others. So if you did get value out of this episode, share it with a friend. Like, comment, make sure you ring the bell. I'll see you right back here tomorrow on another episode of Daily with Nate.